Hey.
Hey everybody.
What's up? Oh, they can't respond. This is,
It's good to know.
yeah, Southern California Comics Weekly Video Update. I'm Danny.
I'm Raph subbing in for Matt.
Yes, you may remember him from other segments in previous videos.
If you don't, that's cool. Like, I'll resent it, but you'll never know about it.
We did it last time. Like, we had Poochie from The Simpsons on.
Oh, 90s Raph? I heard he was back.
Yeah, he's back and in pod form.
And don't forget, Free Comic Book Day is Saturday. We'll have a live band, a hot dog cart, character drawing artists, cupcakes, and a face painter.
Like, literally everything you could want.
It is going to literally be a circus, but also with comic books. It's going to be
Bring a
fantastic.
fire truck. I could use a Ferris wheel, fully operational and staffed.
You heard him.
It's gonna be great.
Right.
And there will be free comics.
Yes.
That's Saturday,
That's
May 5th.
And ones you can pay for, if you're into that sort of
Yes,
thing.
it will be good.
It's going to be fantastic. So, Danny, how about this? What did I read this week? You do yours first, and then I'll talk.
Yes, comics came out this week. We're going to tell you about them. New and notable.
Start us off.
Yes, Sovereign #2 is out. Like, ain't no hype for this book. And it's a shame. It's pretty good.
That's by Chris Robertson.
Chris Robertson,
Pretty great.
Paul Mayberry, who's an amazing artist. Like,
Yeah.
I've shown this book to two people who didn't know anything about it. They're like, wow, this art's really good.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a fantasy book, straight fantasy. Got kind of a Game of Thrones-y thing going on. You like Game of Thrones, right? Well, it's here in comics form.
Yeah, if you're sitting on sorry to step on your line.
Oh, don't worry.
If you're sitting on the Iron Throne at home, you very clearly like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
so I don't know
yeah.
what your problem is, but
Yeah. It's even got like medieval fantasy Batman in this, kind of.
Oh man, I love medieval fantasy
Like
Batman.
the moment you put someone in a mask in a story, I'm like 800% more interested. Like
Ain't that the
the
truth?
Doctor Doom guy in Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
Like
That,
A++.
yeah, Edward Norton.
Yeah.
That's why crime fiction is so good, man.
Yeah.
That's why crime fiction is so good. Should I go next?
Yeah. It's a solid book. I'm enjoying
You should
it.
check it out.
Yes.
All right. I'll start off with one of the things I picked up is 24 Underground by the homie Ed Brisson, whose
Brisson.
comics you should be reading.
Michael Gaydos.
Michael Gaydos' art is fantastic,
Yeah.
first of all. But yeah, Ed, if you're watching this, you're the homie. So this is a prequel to my most anticipated show of 2014, 24 Live Another Day. Because if there's anything I like more than Kiefer Sutherland, it's Kiefer Sutherland torching people for seemingly inconsequential reasons.
America.
Honestly, I mean, well, he's in Moscow, which is where I presume the real Kiefer Sutherland's been, until they keep him in cryogenic stores, not unlike the Winter Soldier, until they need him for 24 series.
I think Kiefer Sutherland is there because that's where all the vodka is.
That's also a very, very good point.
It's kind of a lousy drunk.
Yeah, but he's a great lousy drunk and apparently a very good person. So buy this book and support Kiefer's drinking habit. Daniel?
Does he ever jump into a Christmas tree in this issue?
Have you seen the footage of that? Because that is great.
It is.
He does not, far as I can tell. It might have been in the interstitial. It might have been cut. Ed, you can hit me up on Twitter and let me know if you did.
Also new this week, Justice League United #0, aka Justice League Canada #0. Jeff Lemire, Mike McCone. This is actually the first issue. Like if you're thinking about skipping the #0 because it's not the #1, so yeah, this is part 1 of 5. So
Mike McCone, why does that name ring a bell?
Teen Titans.
Thank you.
He did
Yeah.
some Marvel stuff. I
Oh
think.
yeah, that art looks pretty legit.
Yeah, it's pretty good art. Like the coloring's really good. Like I haven't seen a DC comic look this good in a while. Yeah. It's the Justice League of Canada. Green Arrow, Animal Man, Adam Strange, Martian Manhunter, Supergirl, Stargirl, someone whose name I forget. All your
That
favorites.
seems legit.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
pretty solid.
we'll get a cameo by Ed Brisson and Kate Leth. This is the all Canadian version of SoCal Comics Presents, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are Canadian, this is not. I read Daredevil #2, which is the least surprising good comic of the week because Mark Waid and Chris Samnee can do no wrong. If you haven't checked out, you should get their Rocketeer Cargo of Doom book. It's got the Rocketeer fighting dinosaurs with a vapor gun. It is pretty boss. Yeah, I'll let the team when we get home to the tenement in the Bronx we all live in. Daredevil is still in San Francisco and he's clearly refuted by their denizens of the underworld as seen in the cover. I mean, I don't have to tell you to read this book. It's Eisner nominated, Eisner winning. Mark Waid is great. What is it about Mark Waid and guys in red bodysuits that brings out the best in him?
Yeah, the Flash, Daredevil.
Yeah, probably at home. I don't know. Point is, Mark Waid, you're the best. I love you. Get at me. I'm sorry I babbled like a fool when Daredevil #1 came out and I told you were my inspiration. Pick it up.
Alright, new number 7.
Oh man, 07 made a comic?
Yeah,
Whoa.
the band made famous by Garden State.
There you go.
Yeah, number 7 is out. Alice Coate, Matt Taylor. It's a really good series. James Bond type stuff takes place in a different part of James Bond's life every time.
Ooh.
This one like has some really amazing colors. Like, check that out. Jordi Belair, awesome.
Oh
Oh yeah,
heck yeah, Jordi Belair.
she's the best. And this is kind of like a turning point issue. It's like, whoa, they went there, huh? And yeah, and because it takes place at a different part in this guy's like life, it's like, well, you kill those people off, but like, are they gonna appear in the next one?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
For those of you that are debating picking up a non-Cape and Tights book, let me remind you, Lou, ditch the heroes and get with number 7, but also 1 through 6, and also don't ditch the heroes. Buy comics, they're great for the most part. Speaking of, this is our 1, 2, 3 surprise of the week. I didn't
know that.
Never mind. I thought you would read my eyes. Doesn't matter. Point is, surprise of the week in terms of things that we both really truly enjoyed was Iron Patriot #2, again by the homie Alice Coate, art by who's doing the art again on this? Gary Brown.
Gary Brown.
Yeah. The pilot issue was solid. I mean, you get everything you need to know.
Good.
He
Good
writes
setup.
Jim Rode pretty good setup. He writes Rhodey pretty well. But this one was fantastic. It's got a lot of action going in there. Heavy on the narration, but it works. And it's got a pretty good moment where it juxtaposes actual text, actual diegetic text with someone's memory of it. It works.
That part is cool.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you're like me, which I know that you are, you never knew you wanted to see an Iron Man suit used as a propulsion until it happened. And I can't really get into it because it would spoil the book. But Danny?
Yeah, he straight up uses the armor as a bullet.
Yeah, bullet, missile, javelin, whatever you have. He does it, and it's awesome, and he kills a clay monster with it. I want to call it a golem, whatever. It works.
Kaiju.
You should definitely be reading this book. It is a blast and a half. Art's great. Alice Coate, we feel you.
We do. That's all the new releases we want to talk about this week. Want to talk about another thing?
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah,
can.
you love other thing.
I do love other things.
Other things over there.
Speaking of segue.
Let's go to that. Wow, other thing.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Raph here to talk to you a little bit earnestly this week. We like to have fun here at the video podcast, but we love comics. That's the one thing we have in common, those of us who watch it and those of us who read these things. And I'm here to talk to you about the 2 newest Carl Barks books that came out, the Donald Duck collections from Fantagraphics, which you should be familiar with because Fantagraphics is amazing. Shout outs to Jen Vaughn. What's up? First one we have is the Uncle Scrooge, Only a Poor Old Man, featuring everybody's favorites, the Beagle Boys, who are really, really just the best / worst. We also have another Donald Duck story, Trail of the Unicorn, which I shouldn't have to sell you on these. I mean, most of you are probably 80s and 90s babies who grew up watching DuckTales and, House of Mouse and all that, so you probably like these characters. Your parents made you put them up in your room, but you had no idea that stories could get this serious. These are straight up adventure tales. Like, if you like Indiana Jones movies, which I know you do, especially that fantastic 4th one, Crystal Skull, no trace of irony, then you would like Carl Barks comics, especially the Donald Duck and Uncle Scrooge stories. They're perfect for all ages. They're not just for kids, if you want to get a shot of there. They're perfect for all ages. They're fantastic stories. The art is unbelievable. I love them to death. I've read them as many times as possible. And the thing is, we're living in an era where these things used to be gone, but now, thanks to the magic of Fantagraphics and the demand of people like myself and my hopefully not late great Professor Donald, shout out to you, Donald, we're getting these. So these are a great collection to have for your family, for yourself. If you like comic sequential art, or even if you really just like Ducks Without Pants having adventures, which I know you do, get them. All right, check them out. That's it. I'm not even gonna front on you. Read these comics; they're great. Back to you, Daniel. Tag in.
Whoa. All right. That was fun.
That was a good time. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, as always. We're done. We're done.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. You should also go to Free Comic Book Day next week.
You should. Remember.
Here at the store.
Clowns, hot dogs, a fire truck, a circus, free comics, paid comics, Funnel cake. Jamie, did you say funnel cake? Are you there? I guess we should probably tag out.
I don't think there's any funnel cake.
There's not any funnel cake. Don't hold me to the funnel cake.
But we have the one thing better than funnel cake.
What's that?
Comics.
Yeah. They're a lot less calories.
So we hope to see you there. If you see us, say hi.
Yeah, come say hello.
If you don't see us, say something.
Yeah. And if you see me outside, like, don't call my name out, alright? I'll come to you. Tag out.
Alright. See you next week. Matt might be here, you might not. Raph might be here, you might not. Have a great week.